Well, greetings one and greetings all. As we promised you all, we'll try and bring you out and show you a little bit of the North Swell today. What we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on areas that we don't normally go to, which means a little bit of walking, but that's all fun and good for you because we want to share beautiful Barbados with you. I hope this transmission is clear. Signal is a little bit low here, lower than normal, but hopefully everything is okay. I haven't had any readings tell me it's not good. Just to tell you where we are in case you're not too sure, we're by what we call the Wave Warriors, and this would be of course the 𝐊𝐈𝐍𝐃𝐶, which are down here at Paradise Beach. This being Paradise Beach. In the distance you're seeing the Deepwater Harbour of course, and then you're also seeing the stack towers from the Barbados Light and Power just slightly off to the left of the center of screen. That will give you an understanding of where we are exactly right now. But beautiful day. Our first broadcast, I don't know how many we will have, so I would say, but it will be the first because it is the first. But first broadcast is from what we know as being Paradise Right. You don't get here unless it gets really big, or you don't get here good unless it gets really big. Right now it's still a little bit small for it, but it will give you a general understanding. Bats Rock just being around the corner there, we'll show you that in a couple of minutes too. We'll walk in that direction. But generally when out here it gets really big, actually it could possibly be surfable. This is where you would start right from on the Paradise Right itself. You're going to work your way right down on the inside of the bay, which is a little bit deeper. Oops, just got wet there, so that's got to be a fairly good swell that's coming up. There's a rock down in here that claimed many people in the past. You'll see it there above the water edge. However, high tide you would not see that, so be very careful for that if you're carving away from the outside the reef. The bigger it gets, the further up to the north the lineup goes, and of course the reef gets deeper and deeper as it goes outwards. So it was to take off in this general area here, and when it's really big, a little further up, you ride right through a couple of peaks. Great right, absolute great barrels on the right. On occasions you will get out here an ultimate really pitching. When the west coast is closing out, this is where you will find most of the people coming when the sandy lanes are closed out in the Bats Rock. You can see the Bats Rock, the right section of Bats Rock, coming this way down into the actual right of Paradise. Good morning to each and every one of you all. We're at Barbados, Live Journey 246. It's not just myself, but it's also my two companions with me today. I am seeing the devices looking hot or something, so but we're going to work through that anyhow. But I have Josie and Jay with me as well. A lot of people down here. I'm going to show you a couple of interesting developments on the beach since we were last here. Pretty positive in some sections, pretty negative in other sections. We'll show you in a few minutes. But this is the right. Picture yourself another 10-15 yards outside of this here, dropping and taking off. Maybe 10 yards outside this here, dropping and taking off on huge barrels. They're going to carry you right up into the bay. What you may not know about is the Paradise Left. It is not operating at the moment. But we call this Paradise because of the hotel that was located here. But Paradise Left, which is just down there, where you're seeing the horses on the beach walking. Directly off there, there's a pipeline that goes to oil tankers, and it breaks on a left coming this way. However, you will only get that when down here is massive, because that doesn't operate until it's massive, and it has a short-lived life in that you will find it massive, and then, or you down here will be massive, and then it will get too big for up there as well, because it will close out. It doesn't have the kind of depth that out here will have. So that's Paradise Left. We've told you approximately where that would be, and then we are on Paradise Right. As I said, this, if you can get this here, this on real good conditions, this is world-class surf. Actually, all of our west coasts are pretty good, or could be compared to world-class, but this being a very powerful, long right that has never-ending peaks for barrels. Alright, so we're down at the 𝐊𝐈𝐍𝐃𝐶, which we told you about. We've been in a lot of vlogs down here in the past. We did get a little bit of a funny signal. You can always drop a comment and let us know if the condition drops or the quality of it drops any. You can let us know. Good morning to Roger. I saw you on board, my brother. You're the only name that I saw at the moment. I am looking all around to try and capture stuff for you, so I'm not looking at the screen too often. But as we are watching this little bit of a set come across here, we're going to say our Serenity prayer. I am sure you will find peace and serenity in any of those and cold areas right now. I am sure this is going to bring you some warmth for sure. Just to let you see, I am bareback, so you would know. Alright, so we can look at this direction now. Beautiful set coming through, so just ease your mind into a little bit of meditation style, and let's go with the Serenity prayer, please. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Absolutely beautiful. I see, oh Lisa, I see you on here as well, our timekeeper. Greetings to you, good thing they put a time in on that one. Alright baby, right, we'll move in this direction. As you see, I have my two mainstays with me. Josie's having the time of her life down here on the beach, and of course Jeanette is entrusted with taking care of her and making sure everything is well. People are stopping all the time to see her, etc. I see a lovely little thing like a mural out here someone has painted it. I see the Barbados colours and the broken trident, so I'm going to make my way up here and give you a little view of that in case you are not sure where we're from. Alright, that is not our flag, but it's a good piece of art for you that you can see how our flag is made up. That of course are the beautiful colours in our broken trident. Alright, some of the positives that we've seen down here, not in that area yet, which we would love to see cleaned up as well. However, they are cleaned up to the north of this construction site. These condos have pretty much failed. This company went into bankruptcy and therefore they will not continue. Not sure what the future is for down here, where originally was known as Paradise Hotel, which was Cunard. It was a Cunard cruise line. They used to use that as their mainstay hotel and stuff, and that used to be located just over there. First, one of the two Olympic pools in Barbados at that time, North Point Beach Resort being one, and the other one being here. So Olympic sized pools. Alright, we're not carried too far up. We want to keep you down on the sand as much as possible. Clean up the inside as well, and also on the outside, which we'll show in a few moments. If you're traveling on Highway 1, I'll clean up the property out there, which has been around for a long time. I had many different people who are interested in it. At first, Sandals had it at one time. Then it was another company who were building condominiums, high-end condominiums down here. That failed as well. So what's going to happen with it? Not too sure. But we're going to keep you updated as much as we can. Alright, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of running here now because tide is coming back. It's just a low tide now. And again, some surges are coming through. We'll see where my other two will disappear because they lost them. In my Olympic sprint just now, here they come. So, yeah, she is a helicopter mum. Trust me, you should see Josie every time she picks her up. I can see her coming out of her face saying, help, help, please, but I can't. I'd rather let her deal with Josie than deal with me. Alright, beautiful catamarans out sailing today, outside ocean. Not really anything too major that will cause any issues. However, I can foresee problems with snorkeling today and turtles because inside is going to be very churned up, and also majority turtles are located on the inner side reefs around here, like around Whole Town and stuff, very shallow. So I'm sure that would be an issue today. If you were on a snorkeling cruise, you would have some problems today to really get that part of the actual cruise in. Snorkeling would definitely be difficult anywhere in the west, and also a lot of churning up of the sand and stuff, so water would be milky and visibility would be extremely low as well. You'll notice less and less marshmallow trees, and this is not because we're cutting them down, it's because of the erosion. What the marshmallow, oh look at the set coming, let me go baby. Quick, you can now be walking around with drenched shoes. I got on some my 2x2s today, just sporting around, no beach shoes on, because I'm not sure where we end up, so they want to limit. I do have beach shoes if necessary, but we're not going to use them at the moment. Alright, we did tell you about the massive cleanup project that's going on. If you've seen out here, in the weeks gone by, in our vlogs and stuff, or months gone by, you would remember how heavily overgrown this was. It was really a major problem. It was creating a lot of issues with safety and stuff. That's all being cleaned up. Pretty sure there's got to be something bigger going on, maybe some more development or something going on here as well. But they've got that beautiful and clean for you. Alright, so we're making our way northerly. I don't have my compass on me, but we're in northerly direction, where the swells are coming from. Backsrock's going to come into view. What you will also notice, we said there were some pluses and some negatives. The pluses is that the amount of sand that's built down here in comparison to last time we came down here. Last time we were down here, we were coming off of this banking and running around here where there was really no sand and back up again. Sand has rebuilt beautifully. We do know at this time of year when you get big north swells and stuff, the sand that was moved by Beryl to the north of these bays is starting to get relocated back across the bay and into the south of the bay itself. So it's becoming bit by bit like what it was prior to Beryl, but long way to go still. A lot of sand is offshore. It's going to take quite some time to come back in as well. Beautiful, but the cleanup thing out here, I think is great to see. I'm very happy to see that because, as I said, it was definitely a problem walking across here. Whatever time of day, there was a lot of bush and stuff over there. Hopefully the south side of the actual construction site will get cleaned up as well, and then that whole area going across the quite well, across the freshwater bay section will get cleaned up, which will be wonderful. Good morning to each and every one of you all. We are Barbados Journey 246. our journey is about bringing the beauty of Barbados to our eyes, and that's basically what we're doing. The real true beauty of Barbados though is our people, who we interact with as much as possible, and not just our people as in Bajans, but our people that come here and adapt our type of living, our attitude, our mentality. A lot of visitors, part-time Bajans with accents, Bajans with accents. Others who come here, the different categories and the amount of times they've come here, will have the same type of attitude in Barbados. You come here, you acquire it, and then all of a sudden you find the magic that Barbados brings, and that is what happens here. So we don't only mean just Barbadians, we're talking about people that come here with the Barbadian attitude and mentality, which is just wonderful. Alright, so this beach has brought a lot of sand down this section here, which means that the other side, very little sand, just in front of the park area. They had a lot of erosion and stuff with the park where the front fence came down. They're actually redoing that now. If you know where the children's park is there, that's further up. All that was damaged from erosion and stuff. Again, sand shifting this way. You're going to come down here later on in the year and you're going to see down here rocks mainly and sand right up just underneath there where the actual shadows are. However, after that will be water. But that's how it is. It changes throughout the year, sort of like a seasonal shift. However, a lot of sand is going to move back this way that had been displaced due to Beryl and other systems that pass south of the island. Beautiful, beautiful Barbados. Absolutely stunning. I'm not sure where you are in this world, but if you would like to just tag yourself, let us know where you're watching from, where you're walking with us from. We would appreciate that. That would be wonderful. We do read the comments after the actual vlogs. A little difficult to see them in their entirety during the vlog, so we tend to normally read them when we get home. But hello to everyone who is contributing to the community right now by sharing some comments and sharing some love. Alright, I know Jeanette's somewhere behind me, but I know she's trying not to come down or into too many of the people because Josie is in a everyone has come to see me today mood. So she's giving air hugs and everything continuously, so it's a little bit strenuous for Jeanette at the moment, but I'm sure you'll get a demonstration of it unless she's worn out herself through all of our encounters so far. Alright, better look now. Bass Rock itself, predominantly a left break. However, you can get right surf out here as well. I've surfed out here many times on the right, and so do other people, but mainly it's a left break. Do not be deceived by out here. This is deep water, so if you get really hit by a good bomb, you're going to get pushed way down. It's quite a deep break. Also, as it starts to work from where those guys are into the bay itself, because the swells will come into the bay where it will merge with a shore break just in the actual inside bay section there. That is extremely dangerous. So if you're coming down here to swim and you ever see a swell, please do not venture down into the water. Stay out of the water unless you know what you're doing. Remember, even knowledgeable and experienced pro-am surfers and surfers from Barbados have died on these shores, as well as, of course, visitors and locals who come to the beach to enjoy it for recreational purposes. So it's not something that we're just talking about. It's something that's been happening regularly. Almost every year we're seeing people who are drowning on the west coast, south coast, or east coast as well. Not as much on the east now, because everybody's pretty much been notified about the east coast conditions. The west, as you know, it's like a swimming pool or a bathtub effect. Very placid conditions, normally gentle, easing wave up the shoreline, no slapping like the south has. However, when these swells come in, it looks like a lot of fun, but the fun element of it is if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, it certainly is not fun for sure. Alright, Caban, you all would know about this here. I had one by the Hilton as well. That is recently closed, or closed last year I should say. And then we have, you see, I'm walking with you from Brooklyn. Hey, Brooklyn, New York. Wonderful to have you on board with us. We got some Brooklyn on board, etc., here. Alright, so as you all know, this is a beautiful, or you may not know, but this is a lovely location for sunsets, for mornings, any time of the day, dinners, etc. Has a lot of high ratings. We've had breakfast here. That's the only thing we can tell you about it. It's great. The rest we have not actually had here, well, since we were vlogging. That's since this opened, because it's open after we actually started the vlog. So, and you know, beautiful. Alright, check the amount of rocks down here. That will give you an understanding of how much sand is getting moved, because if you're familiar with Bats Rock, yeah, Bats Rock, I know, but if you're familiar down here, you generally don't get this amount of rocks all over the sand area. However, with the amount of sand that's being moved from in front of us to behind us, obviously the rocks that are under that sand is also going to get moved up as well, and therefore very rocky at the moment. Extremely rocky conditions here at the moment. Alright, so there is a lifeguard hut here on site. However, please obey their signs and their flags. That is important, very important for the safety for yourself and them as well, because they then don't have to come and rescue you in the water after they have up red flags. So please obey the red flags, yellow flags, or whatever flags they have up. Very, very nice feature down here as well. We've seen our brother Brian Thalma also doing a similar thing to this happening to him as well, collecting recyclable stuff. I think this is great. So rather than drop your water bottles on the beach, they're doing a collection of it and then doing a recycle of it, which is wonderful. All right, so we want to show you. Yeah, I see a videographer here, man. Let me see if I can capture this videographer and then find out where he is from, because people who stand behind the lens don't normally like pictures being taken of them, so we're gonna capture him. Hello there, brother. Barbados, a journey to 4-6. You doing some surfing?
Say that again?
You're doing some surfing, covering the surfing?
Yeah, those are my friends out there. Some of them.
Awesome. Where are you from, man?
New York.
Well, welcome. We got people from New York walking with us right now. We're called Barbados, a journey to 4-6.
Okay.
And guess what? They got a big set of sweaters and layered all through the day.
Okay.
You done inform yourself when you come from New York to Barbados, man.
Come on, man.
You're a pro, or
Yeah.
you're a pro?
With Paul?
You're a pro recorder, videographer?
Yeah.
What's your name, brother?
Django.
So we want to follow your channel. What's it called?
My name is Django. I'm out here filming my friends out there. They all sponsored and stuff like that, so they get footage. They send it to whoever they.
Absolutely fabulous. Well, you're on Barbados, a journey to 4-6.
What's your name?
My name is Nick. My wife is Jeanette.
What? Nick and Jeanette.
Right, and we're called Barbados, a journey to 4-6. It's all about love and positiveness.
Got you.
Bringing light to others, huh?
For sure.
All right, brother. You take care, man. Cool. All right, so there you go. You can always check out his channel. He said he's actually filming his friends. So as you can appreciate, we have people that are down here now getting ready for the big pro-am that's later on in this month. That would be the Barbados Surf Pro and also the Xander Junior Pro as well. That's going to be going on. So if you all have not heard about that, please have a look at that. We did post on our website, but we want you to be aware of what's going on. If you want some real serious beach fun and beach culture, that is where you can go. In that upcoming weekend. It's an entire week of surfing, but the last weekend is usually when you get the heats where you would get the fine list and stuff, which is sort of like a little bit nicer to watch for us. And I am not sure if that was Josh is taking a paddle out there, but you all may know of this here as well. We're not recording it right now. We can leave it for you all to see who can guess the name of it. But there's a break that comes in just off where those condos are being built, just where you're seeing it there. It picks up from there and it comes through. It's the fastest and the most hollow makeable wave. I want to say that because a lot of people say, man, they're fast or not. Yeah, but they're not makeable. This is something that only recently as in the last maybe 20 years, I call that recent, I surf over 40. So recently we have seen more and more people coming out here and surfing. The equipment has got better, boards have got faster, guys have got more knowledgeable, more experience, international experience and exposure through media and stuff has encouraged them in how to surf and things. So that could be him on his way up to the break, very possibly Josh, because I know he surfs out here all the time whenever it's breaking. Don't get a lot of guys surfing there, and again, conditions today are a little bit small for that, but hopefully we'll catch a set for you to see what it's like. Numerous breaks, you can see that's 4 within its proximity. 4 breaks in proximity, and one of them is a left and right, which would be this one here as well. Nice, man. All right, so I hope you all from all overseas who are battling the cold environment right now, we're not upset by my teasing just now. If you were, remember what I always say, the only way if you pick your teeth on me is in front of me. So you gotta get on a plane, come to Barbados and pick your teeth on me. Otherwise that, I really don't care, it's not a problem. So, all right, normally here is covered with sand right out. You can see the color of the coral. Morning. You can see the color of the coral, and that will give you an understanding of what is usually obscured from the sun by sand and what is not. And you get a continuous growth of moss and stuff on the ones that are exposed continuously. And then you're going to get this one here, which is a little bit lighter, which takes on, as you can see, sometimes down here that has recently been showing that shelving, but not all of it. And then you will get this one here that's mostly undercover all the time, much different colors. So the colors alone will tell you pretty much what is exposed throughout the year and what is not exposed throughout the year. You see, we can get some names here. Walking with you guys before I'm off to work. Okay, well, enjoy your day. I say Aaron Barrow here. Karen, lovely to have you on board with us. Great to see you back on here with us for sure. All right, so look at the amount of damage that's gone on. If you are not familiar with what's been happening down here, or if you're not familiar with what this was like, originally waves come right out to where you're seeing this kind of wall section here, blue towels, and work its way right across here. However, coming in, of course, the angle. However, all the section has been eaten out with, see, Swell's barrel started it. And then it was continued through last year's north swells, and then again we get some north swells this year as well. So the erosion has been going on, and of course this is a park for kids and stuff, or that's what it usually is. So they're going to probably rebuild this area. You can see they'll have the metal to put down, the BRC metal and refab metal and stuff. But that is beautiful. I don't know how many of you are aware, but you can walk from here right through Prospects Beach, right down as far as, well, right down to Fitz Village. You can walk all the whole way down when there's no waves, of course, and through a very low tide. You walk yourself around here, and then there's usually some sand down where that condo starts, and then you go up onto a little shelf and walk your whole way down. But this is a walk which we've done many times. You can put a Prospect in your search of our YouTube channel and find that actual walk through here at a low tide as well. A big set coming through now, so let's see what's going to go on here. I'm definitely going to move out the beach a little bit because I see a lot of water coming up for sure on this one. We did warn you about the shore breaks and the damage in shore breaks. All right, you see people up here sitting on the beach and relaxing. All right, they're sitting right now. However, if a big surge comes in here, it's going to dislodge her and pull her out. So I'm hoping a big surge does not come in, but that's what we keep warning you about. Be very careful. You can be standing on a dry beach or standing on a shelf of reef, and then all of a sudden you will find a big set of water coming in, going waist deep, up the chest deep and pulling you off, dislodging from the rock or from the sand and pulling you out. So when you're on the beaches and there are big swells, please just be very careful and keep watching it because it changes. Remember, the tide is going to change it. You can also get a building swell where you can stand up here now, and then in next set or two where we are could easily be waist deep of water. That can happen. So there are a lot of different conditions. That's why we caution everyone. Likewise on the cliffs around the north of the island, please, and east of the island, please be extremely careful because up there as well you're going to have certain waves that come up, hit the cliff and backwash off of it, and then you're going to have some bigger ones in the come up, hit the cliff and send water up in the air 30, 40, 50 feet. That is not an exaggeration. You'll see at North Point on a big day, up in the air and then come down on you, and likewise water going back off the cliff could easily dislodge you and pull you back in as well. So you've got to be really, really careful when you're doing any videoing or any exploring around big surf. All right, just be very wary and keep yourself up and constantly keep your eyes on the beach. You know, it's like when you come to a beach and you're going to set up your umbrella, you're going to know if the tide is coming in before you set it up, because you don't want to have to dig it back up and put it further up the beach. You basically know what the sea conditions are like. Pretty much any swells, when you come to the beach, just make sure and observe it for a little while, find out what's going on, and then do what you have to do. But enjoy it for safe distance speeds, because you don't get these breaks all the time. This year is kind of like a very, very cold winter. If you're not familiar with what is going on here and why these swells are coming in, no, this is not any major hurricane system or anything. It is what was a major cold front system that came down through the States that sent this down to us now, and right through the entire Caribbean is getting impacted by northerly swells. The projections of one following it next week. Originally next week was looking fairly quiet. All of a sudden next week's footage predictions are gone up. Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, back again with a northwest swell. So it should be quite interesting as well, because as you hear west-northwest swell, when you hear that kind of westerly direction, places that can be sheltered or don't get too much impacted by the big surge coming in will get it, because it's coming in from a different angle. So the different groins that are being laid that may protect a certain area no longer apply, because you see it's coming in rather than coming from the north side. So we'll see how that goes as well, but we'll plan to bring you as much as we can. Hopefully you've enjoyed your little time with us. I think there may be a set coming on, so we want to just keep our vision out in this area here. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little walk through with us. We've showed you Paradise left, Paradise right, showed you backshot left and right. We've also showed you down below, which we have not called your name because we want to check and see if anybody called the correct name. What's going on, brother? What's going on, man? Good as gold, man. Good to see you, man.
Good. It was a little bit low. The low tide came a little bit earlier, so probably it's high tide right now.
Right, high tide.
But this is my first time surfing here.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, you don't normally surf West Coast?
I normally surf freights.
Oh, okay.
Haul a bit, but I surf freights all the
time.
time.
So what you thought about short and quick left?
Well, I didn't went the left. I went right today.
Right,
first time going right.
Yeah.
So I wanted to peek at a right today because I was looking at the right.
Yeah, it's a little shouldery, so it's a little better, easier to ride today for sure.
Yeah, I've noticed that, like, if I'm there, I want to go a little more to the left, then hit right.
Correct.
So like paddle in left and then go right. But yeah, this first time
surfing here.
You drove down? You drove down, or?
No, I live just above the hill.
All right,
here.
so you know about Paradise, right?
Yeah.
So you know if out here cranks next week is a predict you going over right side. You gotta go over there and get out, or you can hit the Paradise left over there too, you know, off the oil pipe, you know. My brother, what's his name?
Sean.
One love, bro.
Yeah, man.
Right,
Just wanted to say hi,
respect, man. I appreciate that very much.
Man. I watch you all the time.
Oh, thank you, man. You walk with us then.
Yeah.
You walk with us then, Jeanette, and our little cute puppy.
Yeah, we did.
All right, my brother. Respect, man. One love, right? Keep walking with us, huh? Keep that energy coming, brother. All right. So these are some of the pros here. You all will be familiar with her for sure from past competitions here. Comes down every year. I've seen her like last 3-4 years for sure down here. So familiar faces are beginning to turn up. Familiar faces that hopefully we will be talking to over the week of the surfing. You don't know how much of it we're going to be taking in. There's so much stuff going on. We did put up this morning in our Q ad, which will be our colorful ad with our silhouettes on it. We did put up what we are planning to cover over this month, because it's going to be a very busy month. There are a lot of Qs going on, a lot of previews going on. There's Gold Cup going on, which we also do a preview for as well. A lot of action going on, so we don't know exactly what time we can dedicate to where and what time of day we'll be doing it. So we don't want to put up any schedule. We just give you an understanding of what kind of things we'll be covering, and hopefully you see our alerts come up because you're subscribed and have your alerts activated. You will come and join us and walk with us. Remember, we're Barbados, Journey 246. As you heard just now, our journey is about a journey through love and kindness and respect and care and compassion and all the good things that we all really truly desire in life. Unfortunately, some of us do not always project activity. So we like to gather people who are positive mindsets. You know, they're following their own life. You don't have to be walking in any direction that we are walking in. Just accompany us on your journey, and we'll accompany you on yours. Let's take the edge off of life. Let's bring a little bit of laughter and fun and love, as we always do. If you've never seen our heavy interactions with our family and stuff, Q&A community tomorrow afternoon promises to be a really good one. And then again, you will notice we have the people of Gold Cup, because we don't go to the races, we go to see the people. People of whole town, because we go to see the people. Yeah, we're going to show you whole town, but we're concentrating on showing you people, the beauty of within people that we try to bring out. And usually when we leave, people are either smiling, laughing, and that could be laughing at me or laughing with me. Either which way, it doesn't bother me, because I laugh at myself and I'm very comfortable in doing that. So if you have never walked with us before, please come and walk with us. Look, and look at what our care puppy is doing. As we told you, see, so there is something coming. We don't want to talk too much more about it. We talked enough little hints about it, but there's something very special coming. She's going to be an extremely special part of a new branch of our treat, the journey that we're on. Anyhow, everyone, have a great day. As I said, don't know how many more we're going to be bringing to you. We do know we're working our way towards a Q preview. The wine master has told us, yeah, don't go and see down here, so you see, just warning lifeguards had to be working today. She did exactly what we were saying hopefully she would not do, and that's going to water where it was coming up and surging, and your lifeguards are active, which is very important. Anyway, thanks again for joining us. We don't know how many more we're going to bring. As I said, we are meeting up with the posse from the wine factory, or those that do the hard work, not those that sit behind and loiter around when it comes to Q-Day. I'm talking about the heavy duty workers, like, you know, of course, the assistant, Bob the builder, and the wine master. Not only wine lady and the wine master's sister, the ones just hang out on a day. that is lighted the fuse for tomorrow, I am sure. But anyway, we're going to be hanging out with them this afternoon doing a Q preview. New venue, that's right up there on the Mediterranean Highway, opposite Rascals Beach Bar, and also I think it's Big Ray's. They're at the opposite on the other side. So we will bring you a preview so we and you can see what it's going to be like. And we do intend to go somewhere else and see what we can see. But just to bring it into focus again, we brought you through all of these breaks here. Beyond this here, just around the corner itself, we're seeing that set of white water out there breaking, not this one close to every tree. Beyond that, that is what they call the church, just there by Jordan's. Then just slightly after that, you'll get the left at Jordan's Reef, only breaks when it's extremely big. And then you will find other breaks well along there. As far down as where you will find what used to be called the creek, named after Coconut Creek. And then we get into Payne's Bay. So we'll see what we can bring for you. But anyway, have a great day. Thanks for joining us again. Thanks for your energy. Thanks for your love. Thank you for your company. We're Barbados, Journey 246. On behalf of Jeanette, your puppy, and myself, we're going to catch you all later. One love.